only person you can throw yourself around is me. Oh, I'm good. No, I'm good, thanks.
There's a war raging on our planet. If this criminal isn't found, that war may find its way here.
Is there anyone that can help?
guys like the movie?
Yeah.